Julian from the Razor's Edge interviewing Pallbearer at Damnation. So, guys, how's it going so far? How's the new venue treating you and the gym?
Out here, about to step in the ring, get a few matches in, like boxing each other.
We're gonna beat the shit out of each other before we go on stage.
We're ready to fight Tyson Fury as soon as we're done.
Oh yeah, he's coming later, I understand. Yeah. So if we've seen you look back, then what you're doing now, and looking forward, and obviously you're celebrating the 10-year anniversary of Siren Extinction, doing some of the anniversary gigs as well. But when you look back on that sort of recording process and that time in your career, what are the memories that really stick out? And what's changed since then, I suppose?
What memories? Yeah. We drank it all away. We were in the studio working on Siren Extinction, like getting absolutely hammered.
Yeah. Us and the engineer were just slugging whiskey and smoking, and yeah. So a lot of it is kind of a blur. But we did it on and off over the course of like a year. Because he lived like 3 hours away. We'd travel up and record for a weekend and come back and do it every month, I guess. Probably.
Yeah, when you sobered up, you just came back.
Yeah, it took about a month.
By the time we sobered up, we got back up there.
Oh, cool. So, what's the biggest change since recording something like that to recording like Forgotten Days? What's the biggest change you've sort of experienced?
The level of drinking, for one. But I mean, Forgotten Days is like a proper studio. It was the most like professional, I guess you would say, like studio we've been in.
Yeah, and also I suppose being on Nuclear Blast in Europe now as well, it's probably a bit more professional, would you say? Yeah.
There's more resources.
Yeah.
We did the first one ourselves, so it was just entirely self-funded.
And was that $20 spin? Did that one? Did they release it, or did you release it yourself?
Profound Lore.
Oh, Profound Lore. That's right.
And then
yeah.
$20 spin did the vinyl.
Yeah.
Which I think Chris at Profound Lore has always been a little sad about not snagging the rights to that when he had a chance. But.
And when we look at the shows you're doing now, the sort of 10th anniversary shows, how are they going though?
It's been killer. We so on this tour we actually have been playing stuff from our entire catalog. But the anniversary shows that we did over the summer were fantastic. We're gonna do the first round of some dates on the west coast of the United States in December after we've had a breather from this 7-week run. Get the like liver damage back under control.
Is this the last gig on the tour tonight? It's the last gig, yeah.
Tomorrow morning.
All right, cool. And I know we discussed this in Brighton. Are you doing Siren Extinction today?
We can't do it. I'm sorry, man. We had rehearsed some of the songs, so it would be probably not as good as the songs.
Oh, mate, honestly, the set you played in Brighton was fantastic anyway, so everyone's in for a proper treat.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's not as long as the Brighton one, but it's like the best of the set.
Fantastic. So the tour you're doing now with Elder and Iris, obviously, for a lot of fans, myself included, yourselves and Elder were, really up there as, stoner, doom, cycle, progressive, whatever you want to call it. Although you're probably quite different bands, but I think there's a lot of middle ground going on. So
absolutely.
How's that tour gone? Did you know the guys beforehand at all?
We had met them years ago, kind of in a similar situation where none of us really remembered the encounter. Back when they were still where their HQ was in the Boston area. We stayed at their house, but it was like a drunken night of sheer tomfoolery. So,
cool. None of us remember it that well, in Elder or Pallbearer, but we remember doing it. But we had fun then, and then it turns out we get along still, like years later. We've met like a couple of times briefly throughout that period, but yeah, we didn't know each other particularly well. But it's been nice. Our personalities meshed pretty well. So
yeah, sure. And how did the sort of pairing come together? Was it a label thing, or they get in touch with you? You get in touch with them?
I think it was
doing it for years.
Yeah, we talked about it. Kind of a management thing, like it got floated as a possibility, and felt like, honestly, they're one of the, in terms of like contemporary scene of people who are like prog adjacent, although they're just actual straight up heavy prog versus us being kind of adjacent, I guess. Yeah, it made a lot of sense.
But I feel like you're moving a bit more in a proggy direction, not as far as Elder have gone, obviously, but Forgotten Days definitely got a bit more of a proggy edge to it, and we come on to talk about what you're going to do next in a minute as well, but I don't know, are you planning to go in that direction more, or have you found your sweet spot now?
Every record is just another step in the evolution, and it's not like a specific trajectory that we look to go in.
Yeah, there's not like a linear path. It's just like whatever. We want each record to be distinct from the other one, so we'll make a record, and then the next one will intentionally be different than that, so they'll always kind of be different.
So talking about that, is looking forward into next year, what are the plans touring wise and also recording potentially?
We're in the midst of recording our 5th record right now.
Cool.
No release date yet because it's not finished, and we are taking our time to make sure that it is exactly.
Is that the sort of
what we
stuff
want.
that you're jamming, you're on tour, just muck about, try and get ideas coming through?
I mean, it's all written already and partially tracked. A couple times we've bounced some of the songs around in soundcheck. We haven't really entertained the idea of playing any of the stuff or like jamming any new stuff on tour typically. We have like a very concentrated method during soundcheck where we run different parts of songs since we have kind of a lot of dynamics throughout the set. Quiet, loud, different singing happening.
Is there any sort of themes at this stage? Anything you're looking at, I don't know, lyrically wise? Who does the lyrics in the band? Is it you, Brett? Or?
We both do.
You both do the lyrics, yeah?
Right,
Yeah.
kind of 50-50.
So is there anything coming out theme-wise, or is it more just the music at the moment?
We're not really
Yeah,
ready to talk about that.
There are themes, but it'll be more interesting to talk about whenever there's actually a record. It'll make more sense too in context.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Well, like I said, the tour Brighton was fantastic, so look forward to today. What I'm asking every band I'm interviewing today as well is also lots of bands are playing their album in full, apart from you guys. So if you could see any band, one of your heroes play a full album, who would that be? Come on, Devin.
Like
who would it
any
be?
band?
Any band, alive or dead, let's say. Go on.
I mean, if possible, I would like to see King Crimson Red lineup play Red.
Yeah.
Over doing like Perdition City or something would be really sweet.
Brett?
That's tough, man. Either one of those are two of my favorite records as well. I mean, like classic Pink Floyd or something, like
Dark Side or Wish You Were Here, yeah.
Wish You Were Here,
Yeah, I'm the same, yeah.
With the huge fucking production.
I never saw Floyd, but I saw Roger Waters play Hyde Park in London 3 or 4 summers ago.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Obviously a lot of Floyd, but yeah, really, really cool. The next best thing.
Floyd, so it's the same thing, right?
Chaps, it's been a pleasure. And I look forward to seeing you again later. I'll be at the front.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with future episodes by subscribing to our channels. For more information on this podcast, or for all the latest music news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website www.therazorsedge.rocks.